Keeping hands clean is one of the best ways to keep from getting sick and spreading illness. But sometimes that's just not enough. Airborne infectious diseases account for millions of work and school days lost each year. Dr. Brian Stone examines an innovative FDA-approved device which destroys germs from the air.
There's a new mechanical device that can reduce airborne germs by 99.9%. The RX400 was tested in several labs. This has been registered as a Class 2 FDA device. That means that the company went to lengths and spent the extra money, extra time to make sure that that product really did what they say it does. The hospitals tend to use it in areas that are critical, like waiting rooms where people congregate that are sick, or they might put it in an operating room where we have actually a more powerful machine we can use in those locations to clean that room especially well. We also tend to use it in hallways or nursing stations because they're concerned not just about the patients, but about, of course, their employees. They don't want the nurses out sick either. The company recently sent some of the units down to Texas, and they were installed in the hospital where the Ebola was being treated recently. When we're dealing with the flu, measles, even strep throat, the biggest concern is the youngest and the oldest. And pediatrician's office, that's the key place. I mean, the sick kids congregate there. The well kids congregate there to get their well visits. Obviously, we don't want to transmit one to the other. And the parents are not only concerned about the kids, but the parents are there. And anywhere we can impact on that, whether it's washing hands, getting vaccinated, or using devices like the RX400 to drop down your transmission, it's going to improve that. It's going to make people feel better about visiting those environments.
This air purifying device is being used to help cut down on students missing school due to illness.
We recently had a school adopt the use of this device. And they placed this device in each classroom, covering all the lower school classrooms. And we got tremendous feedback from that school, both from the parents, from the kids, and also from the principal of the school.
I made the decision to do this because we were running into a situation where the traditional methods, even the newer ones of frequent hand washing, were not enough. But it's less of an issue if you have these filters in the rooms to help as well. It's just another step or another prophylactic in helping keep the kids free of disease or from spreading it. Whenever there's a new strain of a disease or some kind of semi-epidemic like measles recently, parents panic. But now with the RX400, we were able to say and put many minds to rest by saying, you know, we have this additional system to back it up. And parents were impressed. Parents have been very, very positive about the fact that we have this in place now. I mean, I'm anxious to try it for a full year next year and see what impact it has, but it's obvious to me there's already a positive impact.
Dr. Stone describes how the device works.
Basically, what we're doing is we're taking the air, and we especially design the unit to take it from around foot level where things tend to congregate. We run it through our device, and in the middle of our air chamber, we actually have a chamber that kills everything. And in that chamber, we have high-intensity ultraviolet light, and we are magnifying that effect on the air using certain chemicals that we've coated the surface with. And then the air comes out the top, which then approaches you at breathing level. And running through that kill chamber, which is what we call it, a kill chamber, we get about a 99.9% kill on everything that goes through there. We know that it works that well for measles, for the flu, H1N1, MRSA, which is a really big organism to deal with in hospital situations, and becoming bigger in the community. Strep throat, anything that can be transmitted through the air, we have a very good chance at inactivating or destroying it.
Dr. Stone reviews the problems presented by the previous flu season.
The CDC put out educational material, make sure you wash your hands, make sure you stay away from people who appear to be ill, and most importantly, we want everybody to get vaccinated. And this is something we do every year. We've been doing this for years. And what we found this year is that the vaccine wasn't that effective, that people they're more mobile in how they live, there's more interaction, and so the flu is spreading like wildfire. And the CDC was looking for a new way to attack this disease. And this new mechanical device gives them that approach. This is one of the best ways to add to that armamentarium.